Hi, it's time for Tech Tuesday iPad tips for that student whose iPad never works. Suggestions. Here are some ideas for solving students' iPad difficulties. I don't know my password. All student iPads have an icon of Grogu Baby Yoda on their iPads. Click that and their login information is listed there. My iPad doesn't charge. Was iPad actually plugged in? Does charger work? It could be the cord, it could be the block. Students are responsible for another cord or charger. My iPad is very slow. Close down multiple apps, close out multiple tabs on Safari or Chrome. Check battery. If too low, the iPad doesn't work well. Check iPad memory, remove excess photos and unused apps. Savvis won't load. There are three main issues that cause Savvis not to sign in to the student's account. Student is not connected to the student Wi-Fi, student is using private browser, or student has changed the settings and is not allowing cross-site tracking. Check for the Wi-Fi. It should be PSD student. This is from my iPad, so obviously it says PSD staff, but that's where it would say it. If it says PSD guest, they need to switch to PSD student. Private browser, how they turn it on. So on the left-hand side in Safari is a little blue box, and if you tap on that little blue box, some options open up for the page. And some students have decided to tap on private. When you tap on private and run private screens, private browsing mode, it will not allow Schoology to open up in the browser. And you won't know that. It'll just come up and it won't work. To fix it, simply touch that little square right here and look and see if they are on private or if they are on just normal. Make sure it's on the first tab and that's highlighted, and then everything should populate correctly. How to fix Savvis. If the Wi-Fi is correct and the browser is okay, check the settings. In Safari, turn off Prevent Cross-Site Tracking. In Chrome, turn on Allow Cross-Site Tracking. If that fails, turn iPad off and back on, and or turn the Wi-Fi off and back on. So to get to the settings for Safari, tap on the gear, scroll down on the left-hand side and find Safari and tap on it. It will open up all kinds of options for Safari. At about 3/4 the way down, this is the big one, prevent cross-site tracking. That needs to be turned off. Once that's turned off, then Schoology will work and Savvis assignments will open. In Chrome, it has to always be a little bit different, but it's the same way to get to there. You click on the gear. On the left-hand side, scroll down until you find Chrome, and they only have a few options. You need to make sure to allow cross-site traffic tracking is turned on. Now, really, it's suggested that they use Safari because this Schoology button that they use actually opens up Safari browser page to access their Schoology. So everything is all synced to go with Safari, not necessarily Chrome. My iPad won't print. Students must be on the student Wi-Fi, or students may have updated their iPad beyond what the print server allows at this time. iOS 17 and higher may not be able to print. My iPad is frozen. Shut down the iPad, then restart it. Some of my letters on my keyboard won't type. Have students submit a tech ticket. They have a shortcut on their iPad. They will sign in using their Google credentials. Basically, the contacts are dirty and need to be cleaned. None of the keys on my keyboard are working. Have a student submit a tech ticket. Contacts may be dirty or the case may be damaged. My iPad is broken. Basically, damage to the iPad, cracked or shattered screen. If the iPad If the student is able to, have them fill out their own tech ticket. If the iPad is too damaged, have the student take the iPad to the office. Other iPad information. Students have access to submitting tech tickets. There is a shortcut on their iPad. Students can also submit tech tickets for students that they feel might have difficulty in actually submitting a tech ticket. Things to remember. iPads work better when they have a full charge. iPads work better when just the apps are being used or open. iPads work better when only a couple of tabs are open in the web browser. And iPads work better when the memory is not full of unnecessary pictures and videos. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day.